Okay guys, today I am doing a little bit of a brief explanation about the aircraft that we fly at PE Airport. As you guys can see, I'm sitting with one of my friends, Captain Keith. How are you, man? We're just doing a brief explanation about everything inside the aircraft, you know. We'll start off from the bottom over here, go up, then to the left, then to the right. That is basically the procedure we do when we actually start the aircraft up. So basically over here we have our park brake. Okay, off, on. Obviously you know what a park brake is. Same thing in your vehicles you have as well. So this is your park brake over here. This over here is your throttle. Okay, this is your power. This gives you your, this over here is your heart. So this over here is your throttle, and then these over here are your fuel selectors. So currently you guys can see it's off. Wanting to turn it to the right, you then select your right tank, which will be on your right wing, and then you then select your left tank, which will be on your left wing. Okay, you'll just switch that off there. Then of course you have your key over here. Your master. This is as you switch it on. One more turn and then you'd actually start the aircraft and you'd see the propellers go on over there. We then over here have our flaps. As you guys can see, if I do flaps 2, maybe press on that button, we just press and hold. You just press and hold again. We'll do flaps 1, and then you guys actually see the flaps went down. Just press flaps up quickly. As you guys can see, flaps up. If we put flaps 3, you can see the flaps totally moves down over there. Yes, and then we'll return back to flaps up. Then over here we have our lane A and lane B switch. We then have our fuel pumps over here. Then over here we have our EFIS backup has been switched on. Keith has just switched that on for us. This is how it looks over here.
Tells us everything which is going on in the
yeah, basically tells us everything. We've got our oil temperature over here, we've got our oil pressure, we've got our RPM, we've got our fuel flow, we've got our EGT, we've got our coolant temp. Over here on the left and the right we've got our fuel as well. Over here we've got our battery. This is our battery and our backup. And then here we have our EFIS switch. We have our landing light, taxi light, strobe light, nav light. This is our cabin heat. And then we have our avionics. Then we have our ECU backup. Okay, our avionics here enables us to talk onto the radio. So here you can see we've switched on. We have our radio here on top, and then we've got our transponder at the bottom. Okay, so what this basically does is this puts us in communication with tower, clearance, apron, or any other aircrafts. And then this is our transponder over here. So transponder basically is just
guys.
yeah. So then over here to the left we have a vertical speed indicator. This basically tells us this will basically be an indication of whether you are climbing or descending. Okay, and this over here, this ball in the middle tells us whether the aircraft is turning to the left or to the right. So
if you want to keep it straight and level,
yeah, if you want to keep it straight and level, we'll have this ball in the middle. So as soon as you see the ball is to the right, usually the aircraft is very stable, so it will actually correct itself. This over here is our altimeter. This tells us, this is our altitude. I'm sure you guys know what altitude is. This is over here is our airspeed. So I can see, as you guys can see, there's different colors over here. We have green, white, yellow and red. So our white is basically tells us that this is where we can activate our flaps. Our flaps is what you just saw now, the number 3 that we pushed for the flaps to go down there. Green arc is where we can basically fly the speed, where we can basically fly. Yellow arc you can fly if the weather is good, like if it's clear conditions. Red you cannot fly,
you're going down.
Yeah, so you cannot fly here. This is basically or if I can say, it's like restricted. Yeah, it's restricted. And then yeah, these over here just makes our headphones louder and softer, etc. And then over here we have our controls. So if you guys notice here, we have a up and a down. This is just for our trim. This makes the aircraft nice and stable, releases the pressure we have on the controls over here. Then over here at the bottom, we have our brakes, but our brakes is right on top over there. That's our brakes, and these over here is to control the steering of the aircraft. So yeah, I know usually it sounds quite complicated, because in a car, I mean, you won't expect the steering of the aircraft to be here, but yeah. Then these over here are circuits, and then yeah, basically left to right control over there, as you guys can see. That's up, down, and then yeah, then we have this small device over here. Basically just tells us this is just your compass. And then yeah, this is basically the inside of our Sling aircraft, our Sling 2 aircraft. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, like and subscribe. Yeah.